show in mind, Bobby Ramos, Bottom Line. I'm here after a brilliant performance at the authentic, the one and only Howard University, with not one time, two-time Emmy Award winner, Damien Escobar. The champ is here, Damien. Congratulations.
My man.
All right. Great show. Masterful performance. I got to ask you, when you're on the stage, what are you feeling?
I'm really lost in the moment, the place I'm at. I can tell you that I'm not here when I'm on the stage. I go off and I'm somewhere else, and I never really realized where I'm at until I open my eyes.
All right. Now, you're from New York. Now, growing up, I always wanted to play the bass like Bootsy. Didn't happen.
Bootsy, that was my guy.
Really? Okay.
Woo!
Well, I know you're from New York. I know you didn't want to be a basketball player because the Knicks ain't won probably since OJ was black. But anyway, who was?
We're gonna leave my Knicks alone, man. We gonna be alright. We gonna be alright. We about 10 years out, but we gonna be alright.
Yeah, okay. NY means next year. What drove you to the violin?
You're killing me. I love the violin, man. Like as soon as it was brought in my house, I was this kid that was next in line because I was the third, 30. I was the youngest. Okay. So everybody had to take it in third grade, and I was just waiting. I'm like, yo, when I play that, that's it. Like I want to do that for the rest of my life. So it was my turn to take it. That was rap.
Who were your musical influences?
Wow. Of course, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Stevie Wonder, Quincy Jones. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, like the legends, the greats, like the artists that used music when music was actually music. I'm talking about when they used to have 5-minute orchestra breakdowns in the middle of an R&B track.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They just let the strings sing.
All right.
And the way.
Ohio players.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh, Lenny Williams.
Right, yeah.
Man, Lenny was good with Teddy P.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Sam Cooke. I can go on for
Yeah, you
days.
can go on.
I
You know
still
the
listen,
history.
and I still listen to them. That's the music I listen to. Like that, I draw my inspiration because during that time, the music business wasn't about money. It was like the old NBA.
Right.
That they weren't balling for millions.
Right.
They were literally telling stories. You know what I'm saying? Like basketball then was a passion because you wasn't making millions.
That's why they weren't afraid to get into the dunk contest. All the big names,
That's
Dr.
a
J,
fact.
everybody was in the dunk because it was about the rep, it was about the people.
That's right.
Now they're all worried about their contracts
That's right.
and losing and about what they're going to lose.
And what brand
corporate-wise.
can they endorse
Bingo.
during
Bingo.
the dunk contest?
Right. It's not for the love of the game.
It's not, man.
Not for the love of the
Nah.
game. Violin is obviously your instrument, and you're a musician at heart. If you weren't playing the violin, what musical instrument might you be playing?
Piano.
Piano. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the piano, man. Like those chords. Yeah, she played the piano. See.
Who do you like? I'm an Alex Bouillon boy.
Oh man, what's my guy's name? I just listened to him. His
Bobby
name slipped
Lyle.
my mind. Nah,
Right. Yeah. We had to come back.
I just gotta check my
We gotta
Pandora.
come
This is
back.
gonna ring a bell.
Driven to the violin.
Yep.
As a young black male from New York, did you run into any peer pressure as a young kid because you were playing the violin?
Of course, and I did stupid things because of peer pressure. Violin in South Jamaica, Queens is not a thing.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
it was about basketball, rapping, and selling drugs. You had to be doing one of those three things to have street cred, and I was playing the violin.
Right.
Now, for me, by the time I got to high school, I went in the wrong direction because I wanted credibility. I stopped playing violin. I joined the gang. I got arrested for stupidity.
Right.
And I just went in the wrong direction, but I found my way back. But without a doubt, I'm reaping the pros now, but there was a lot of cons growing up, and I didn't embrace it because I didn't know who I was.
Different is beautiful. Speaking of that now, you love classical music, you're playing the violin, but you're playing also the R&B and hip hop. That's like a Republican who's really a Democrat.
That's right.
Right. That's a whole different flavor.
I see it like this, man. Like the violin is a classical instrument,
Right.
but that's it. That's all it is, and it was classified as classical because it was from the 1600s, 1700s.
Right.
But I feel like if Bach, Vivaldi, Tchaikovsky was alive right now, they'd be doing what I'm doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they were innovators in the 1600s.
They were feeling the music. It was all about the music.
That's it. And
there was no corporate logos they were worried about.
And R&B wasn't around at that time.
Right, true.
So if it was around, I feel like they'd be
Right.
doing that. So I'm like the modern day Bach.
Okay. Okay, so you're a black Bach.
I'm Black Bach.
Hello.
That's right. Facts.
Who's your favorite artist today? Give me a couple of them.
Favorite artists today, I mean, those are like my inspirations, like artists making music today. I mean, I can't
rare.
say I got favorites.
Once you say music, that kind of makes it rare.
Yeah, I love hip hop, so let me just go with hip hop right now. Like favorite artists today, hip hop, Kendrick. I love Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. I'm like this group called Alabama Shakes. You ever heard of them?
Yeah, I heard them, but I haven't heard them.
I like Gary Clark Jr.
Okay.
He's really dope. I like the artists that's making like real music, man. Like I feel like real music is back.
Right.
Like ever since the internet took over radio and the internet took over corporations.
Yeah, change the game.
Oh, big time.
Yeah,
Like you could do whatever you want to do now.
Right.
Like music is coming back. You know what I mean?
Charles Barkley was known for saying he's not a role model.
Yeah.
Are you a role model?
Yeah. 100%.
Why are you not afraid to be a role model?
Because I'm not afraid to be a role model. I mean, this is the thing. It's like somebody got to step up and do it. I'm not perfect.
Right.
You know? I think everybody, if you're a public figure, whether you want to be or not, you're a role model. But now there's a fine line because you still have to be an artist.
Right.
You know?
Right.
For me, there's not much trouble I can get into by saying something because I'm not saying anything.
Gotcha.
I'm just playing an instrument. It's all melodies.
I'm glad you said you are a role model because when you see the kids perform to your music like they did tonight, that makes you a role model. So I'm glad you said that. What's your message to the youth since you are a role model?
Man, I'd say it to us. I say it like I say it to the kids all the time, man. Be different, embrace being different.
Mm-hmm.
Love what you're doing.
Right.
Reach. That's the key thing. Just reach. There's so many, and it's gonna happen. A lot of people are gonna want to be like the next guy, but you gotta realize, and even for people that's going to college for the same thing, business administration. Like I speak to so many colleagues, I'm like, what are you going to college for? I'm business administration. You know how many people are going to college for business administration?
Right.
Ain't no business administration positions available for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look at what everybody else is doing. One, develop your talent. Two, understand business so you can monetize your talent. Because you just don't want to be a talented person walking around broke and being taken advantage of. It's important to understand business and how to monetize your talent. And three, look at what everybody else is doing, and then go the opposite way. It'll take you a hell of a long time, but you'll be the only one doing it.
Like what you're doing. Last
100%.
couple of questions. Listen, you've been all over. You're all over the internet. You've been on CBS. You've been in the Huffington Post, People's Magazine, everywhere. And you are a master violinist. The champ is here. But if you weren't a violinist, what might you be? If you weren't a musician, what do you think you might be?
That's difficult being a musician for. Nah, I played college basketball. I played for Texas State when I was 17, and I got injured. I probably playing basketball. I got injured in training camp. It was kind of crazy how God works. I got injured in training camp. I didn't play not one game, and I went back home to recover, and then I picked my violin back up, and I started playing, and I went on the subways to play, and then maybe 2 years later I was on the LENO show. So you just never know where life is going to take you.
Talk about where life's going to take you. Where do you want to be in 5 years?
What do I want to be in 5 years? See, I'm a 5 to 10 minute playing guy, man.
Okay. Yeah, but you know, as much as you blowing up, you need to expand that a little bit, bro.
5 years. I mean, look, you know, I make a plan for the year, and I always accomplish it in about 3 months. But hopefully in 5 years, my goal for the instrument is to really continue to mainstream it. I mean, there's a lot of violinists that play crossover music, and I just happen to be the leader in that field. And I just want to continue to push boundaries and open people's eyes up a bit more. You know what I'm saying? I want the violin. I want instrumentalists to be able to accept our Grammys during the Grammy Awards, the instrumentalist section. Don't give us our award during the non-telecast.
Right, it's not broadcast. Right, exactly.
Show it on TV. Like I wanted to get to the point where it's so popular that they are forced to show it on TV.
Right.
That's progress for me.
Right. You know, I want to tell you, brother to brother, like everybody else is proud of you, I'm just real proud of what you're doing. I'm proud to meet a young brother who has a plan, who's persevered through a lot of trials and tribulations and doing the damn thing. So congratulations on your talent, but congratulations on your heart and personality. That goes a long way too. Folks, I want to thank you for listening today. This is Damien Escobar. The champ is here! And I'm Bobby Ramos. This is your show and mine, Bobby Ramos Bottom Line. I don't want to be a man of power, but I do want to be a man of purpose. And I got to tell you, when I grow up, I want to be able to play the violin like this brother. The champ is here! Thank you, Damien.